Okay. All right. So I am going to hand over the call to Melissa as she's going to share with us the benefits of omegas and specifically for us, Mega X. And guys, prepare for your mind to be blown and to add it to your cart because omegas are incredible. So, Melissa, I would love for you to share with us all you have to learn tonight. Okay.
Okay, well, so I was super excited because I love Mega X. I've been following people's testimonies about the product since early in my Plexus journey. I have a lot of ambassadors that have benefited from the product, friends and family both. And so I had started on this product myself a few months ago because I knew I needed the heart support, the brain support, and all the good things. But it wasn't until I dove deep into this product for this training that I was like blown away by the amazingness that is in this product. Okay. So if you don't have the product info sheets, like these are really great to just print off and have a look at because it has some great like frequently asked questions. And I learned some things that I hadn't heard or read on any of the Plexus posts. You know, we see them, they go copy paste and we see them fly around Facebook. And obviously you guys know that you get on Facebook, you can search, you know, Plexus Mega X in the bar and all of the public stuff comes up in a slew of information, lots of good stuff. So Mega X has, and I didn't realize this, how many different kinds of omegas there are and how many are in this. So this has omega 3, 6, and 9, and 5 and 7. Okay. So jam-packed with goodness. So if you get the opportunity, print this off and read it. It's got the primary benefits that we are allowed to promote via, you know, Plexus. Provides support for a healthy heart, supports the brain health, supports healthy lipid levels already in the normal range, and helps with stress management. Fantastic. They're gluten-free, easy to swallow, no fishy aftertaste. And why no fishy aftertaste? Because it's plant-based. So we don't have to worry about that mercury toxicity and stuff like that we have to worry about contaminating fish oil. How many of us have had to take fish oil in the past? Multiple of us, right? If we knew that was what was pushed way back. And so lots of people have taken fish oil. This is such a healthier alternative. I'm so excited that we have this product to share with people. So I even learned, this fascinated me, I learned you can actually chew it. Have any of you ever chewed it? I did it today. It wasn't bad. It didn't taste bad. I saw where one of the ambassadors actually gives it to her 3-year-old who can't swallow them. And she says she just chews them right up. So I tried it myself. There's like this loud pop, but it's not a bad aftertaste or anything. It was really easy. So I thought that's good to know, right? To share with others. One of the questions that stuck out at me is, when is the best time for Mega X? Well, a lot of us added in at bedtime with our ProBio 5. It helps with sleep, it helps with that calmness, but it is recommended that we take it with food, especially your healthy fats. So like, let's say you eat eggs for breakfast a lot of times, then that's a good time because it also helps with the absorption of nutrients when we take it with a nice healthy fat for a meal. So I didn't know that, blew my mind. And guys, that's on our info sheet. So like we should all be reading these info sheets. I'm like, oh, I've got to print all these off. Like I have them all saved on my phone, but I don't like read them all, every single word. I'm like, maybe we should start doing that. And then one thing it's good to know is it is not vegetarian because they do use gelatin, which is not a vegetarian ingredient, to make the capsule to put the oils in. So that's a good thing to know for our customers. The oils, if you get a chance to Google some of the oils that they use as the sources for these omegas, they are incredible. I'm not going to go through all that because I would talk for hours. Okay. But if you get a chance, Google some of those and the benefits of those oils. And it's pretty exciting to see all the goodness that they put in this. I do want to highlight one of the oils. One of them is avocado oil. And some of the benefits of that is, of course, neutralizing free radicals. It also enhances the absorption of nutrients, and it can even improve skin and gum health. Didn't know that, but I thought that's good to highlight. Some of the other oils are ahi flower oil, pomegranate seed oil, buckthorn berry oil, broccoli seed oil, and raspberry seed oil. So if you get a chance, Google some of those. It really will blow your mind. So that is our amazing product. If you get a chance, like I said, read the info sheet. So having said that, this product we're not claiming this cures anything, okay? Keep that in mind. We are offering support to the body so that it can function the way it was designed to do. And that's what these omegas are doing. They are supporting the body. If you don't know, the body actually takes these omegas and converts those into fatty acids into substances that our body then uses for various systems throughout the body. So take your omega-3. It breaks down into 3 types, which you're probably going to recognize one of them at least: EPA, DHA, and ALA. So we all hear about DHA, right? We've got it in our kids' drink, and so great for the brain and the eye development. So I'm going to talk a bit about that as I go on, but I'm going to start with some of the omegas we may not be as familiar with, and then I'll close with the Rockstar omega-3. Okay. So the first one, omega-6, this one I honestly hadn't really paid much attention to, but it does mainly provide energy. It can reduce symptoms of inflammation in the body, and it can even help reduce fat mass in the body. Lots of studies done on that really fascinated me. Omega-9, it can improve insulin sensitivity. It also works to reduce inflammation. It helps with heart health, cognitive support, and it can reduce the risk markers involved with heart issues and things like that. So, and I'll go into more of what those risk markers are here as we go. Omega-5s, this was very interesting. It's primarily found in seeds of plants such as like the pomegranate. So for instance, they use the pomegranate seed and it becomes like a punic acid, okay, which also then it becomes like an antioxidant. And they're actually studying it for its role in breast health, which I thought was very interesting. Have you guys ever seen some of those diagrams where it shows the fruits, the insides of fruits or vegetables and things, and then it shows our organs and how those specific products or fruits and vegetables can help those organs? I thought that was very interesting when they brought up the pomegranate and breast health. Interesting. Let's see, omega-7. This one, you guys, I think we're going to start hearing more about, just based on the research that I did today and some of the articles I read. I really think we're going to start hearing more about this. It breaks the cycle of high blood sugar and elevated lipids and inflammation, leading to excess fat gain. Because we all know that's connected, right? It's a vicious cycle in the body. So it's been shown that an increase in sorry, my note there got a little confusing. Okay, so scientists discovered that fat is actually a living organ. I never thought of it like that, but they've discovered it's actually like a living organ in the way that the tissues produce molecules. Those molecules increase inflammation, and then that leads to insulin resistance, which leads to our body being unable to properly balance our blood sugar levels, our blood insulin levels. And then it's just like a vicious cycle, right? Because then if we can't balance out those blood sugar levels, we get more inflammation, which leads to more insulin resistance, which leads to more weight, which leads to diabetes. So it's just like a vicious cycle, but they said it starts with those fat cells, which didn't realize. So omega-7 actually works to break up that process and disrupt that process so that it has special properties that assist in blood sugar and fat metabolism, which, wow, didn't know omegas could do this, guys. And it can decrease those risk factors related to heart and diabetes issues. So cool. Okay, so here's our rock star, omega-3. And later, I'm going to link an article in our chat for you guys to all look up because this was incredible. I found it earlier today. And then it was funny, Casey messaged me a couple of hours ago and she's like, I found this article. And I'm like, yep, you're all over it. Yep, it's a great article. You guys are going to love it. It's called 17 Science-Based Benefits of Omega-3 Fatty Acids. You guys are going to love it. I'm just going to highlight, but it goes into further depth and you've got to read it all, but just highlight. It can improve depression and anxiety. They even did a study and showed it was more effective. Omega-3 supplement, guys, was more effective in treating depression and anxiety than an antidepressant. Think about that. Think about how life-altering that could be for the general population. It can improve ADHD for children, mental disorders, mental decline, and even Alzheimer's. When those who were early stages of Alzheimer's were given omega-3 supplements, they saw vast improvement. Eye health. I knew that it helped with eyes. In fact, my own mother, she's a diabetic. She had seen the eye doctor, and they've never seen any damage to her eyes from the diabetes or anything, but she started our Mega X, and you guys, the next year she went back and the doctor said her eyes had improved from the previous year. And the only thing that she could think of that she had changed was adding in our incredible product. But DHA, that fatty acid that comes from omega-3s, is a major structural component of the retina. It actually makes up 60% of our eyes. That I thought was incredible. And as we all know, DHA is crucial for pregnancy and early life, that baby developing and everything. We're all told when pregnant, take that DHA. It'll help with the development of that little baby's eyes and brain health. DHA is 40% of the polyunsaturated fatty acids in the brain. So think how much that impacts the development of that little brain. It can improve risk factors for heart disease and stroke. Okay, so these are some of the things that I mentioned I would be bringing up. Omega-3s can reduce triglycerides, reduce blood pressure when it's high, raise good HDL levels, prevent formation of harmful blood clots. That intrigued me. It actually prevents the platelets from clumping. I did not know that. It can prevent the plaque from forming inside the arteries. It can reduce production of inflammatory responses in the body. We already kind of highlighted this one, but I'll say it again. Improve insulin resistance. And then how many of you guys have studied metabolic syndrome? Have you heard that term, anybody? So I looked that up because I had seen it a few places, but I didn't know exactly what it meant. That's referring to abnormalities associated with the development of heart disease and type 2 diabetes. So it can cover a wide range of symptoms, but basically it's anything that could lead to those issues. So they said that omega-3s can actually decrease all of those risk factors in someone who may be leading to heart issues like heart disease or type 2 diabetes. Now, it cannot necessarily prevent a stroke or heart disease or anything like that, but they say it does reduce the risk factors. It can reduce the production of molecules and substances linked to inflammation. It helps the body fight autoimmune diseases. We hear a lot about that. May help prevent cancer, can reduce asthma in children, which tends to be an inflammatory response in the body. So that's why I think it helps reduce the asthma. It can reduce fat in the liver. Didn't know that one either. May improve bone and joint health. People with arthritis and various other joint issues felt there were studies done that there was improvement in the stiffness and the pain in their joints and bones. It can alleviate menstrual pain, ladies. One study showed omega-3s were more effective than ibuprofen. Good to know. May improve sleep. A lot of people talked about it improving their sleep. So it decreases levels that are linked to sleep issues. So the acids in the body, the fatty acids that cause sleep issues and things like that, it gets linked to lowering those specific levels that help with the body's production of melatonin. So it just helps bring balance, you guys, where we can find that sleep, right? It's good for the skin. DHA is the main structural component of our skin. So, and this was interesting, it can actually, the omega-3s can actually protect our skin from sun damage. So if we keep our body well supported with omegas, it can help our body's natural defenses against sun damage. So like EPA helps block the release of the substances that decrease collagen in the skin after sun exposure. So if you get a lot of sun, it can also activate certain things in the body that will attack and break down the collagen in our skin. So that's what I've got for you guys. I know that's a ton of information. That's why I said I'm going to link this in our chat and everybody can print it off and read it for yourselves because it's really mind blowing. It's got links to studies and stuff of everything that I shared. So you'll love it. So everybody get on omega-3s, get on our Mega X. So good.
Thank you, Melissa. Yeah, when I found that article, I was just like, oh, wow. And remember, when we're reading these different articles, it's not Mega X that it's talking about, it's omegas. So there have been clinical tests. There have been all sorts of research done on omegas. Mm-hmm. But we have them all packed within, I actually have it right here because I was attempting to take pictures earlier this week. It's Tuesday. I was taking pictures yesterday. What is it? But this is such a powerful product. The ahi flower, I remember when they were releasing it and I'm like, ooh, okay, what is this? Ahi flower, plant-based omega. How do you get a plant-based? Because I always only heard of fish, and I don't like seafood. Like, I can't stomach it. I just can't. I tried. Don't worry, guys. I did try. So just the ahi flower helps with attention, focus, all of the mental health aspects. And remember, when we're listing these medical terms, it's based on what it's not based on our product because we don't want to claim anything, but it's again what clinical tests have been shown with these specific ingredients outside of Plexus. But always know that we have like the best of the best ingredients and sources to get them. So this ahi flower is also beneficial for individuals with autism. Like, how many parents are searching for helps for their kids or for themselves? So as you hear about all these different things that omegas alone help, when you're helping someone to narrow down the products that they should get or that they should start with, or maybe as they're building on to what they've already been using, but they still just need something more. Consider all of the things that have been listed. You've got mental health, and that goes from everything from just inability to focus to anxiety, all the way to Alzheimer's. Okay. Mental health is brain health. It's every aspect of it. Then you have autism and heart health, high blood pressure. I get asked all of the time, what would you recommend for high blood pressure? All of the time. And cholesterol. Do you have something that would help with cholesterol levels? That's the HDL, the good and the bad. So the omegas, let's see, she was talking about the good HDL. It helps with lowering the bad and then keeping a good level. I think you said that actually, now that I'm replaying. So when she shares that link, note the different specific medical things that omegas will benefit, because that's going to help you in helping your people get results. Okay. And it might be something that is a gradual improvement while using, but I know the sleep, the number of people that talk about having better sleep. I did not know about taking it with food. That's fascinating. And I'm going to have to be like, okay, everyone try it and tell me what you experience different. But like, I think I shared this a million times, but my husband, he will tell me when we are running low in Mega X, because he takes 3 every night. And before, his mind would be racing and he was just thinking about all of the things that he had to take care of, especially on a Saturday night, because he was getting ready for preaching and covering all of the bases at our small church. But still, now he has the ability to like, okay, power down and rest rather than going through all of the motions of everything that's needed. So the Mega X is packed with not just, the powerful Mega 3, but all of them, and from really great sources. So dig in and get a little researchy, and you're going to be like, oh my word, okay, so-and-so needs this, and they're going to experience better results. And we all know when people have better results, they don't want to lose their Plexus products, right? Because who doesn't want to thrive in their health? So does anyone, before we close and say goodnight, does anyone have anything that they're like, ooh, I realized that Mega X has helped me with? Fill in the blank. I would love for you to share if you're willing.
Okay, I don't have that, but I do have the fact that I don't take that one regularly. Like if there's less products that I need one month, then I'll be like, oh, okay, I'll fill that in with like, VitaBiome or Mega X or something. So I take it sporadically. But now I'm like, I think I need Mega X. It just is so much, especially the inflammation, because my anxiety is attached to inflammation.
Yeah.
And maybe that would be another thing that would just help and be further support. So that's super interesting. I'm really grateful that you researched all of this, Melissa, and shared with us. And the ahi flower that you were just talking about with autism, like the lady across the street has 2 autistic sons. They're twins, and like She just told me last night, she's like, I will try anything. She's like, I've tried anything for years. So I'm going to ask her if she knows
Aw.
anything about that. So really, really
Yeah.
cool info. Thanks so much.
That's great. One more thing, and I was talking with Melissa about this one. Have you or anyone that you know struggled with that, the red bumps on your upper arms or anywhere else on your body? Yeah, same. I had it for most of my life, and omegas, I think it's omega 3, of course it is, because omega 3 is for everything. But this helps with that. It's got this like super long, ridiculous name that I shall not try to say, but the red bumps on your upper arms, if you struggle with that and you want to get rid of it before summertime and you're showing your arms, okay, get Mega X and let me know how quickly it fades away, because I want to know. Got to share your results with us. Okay, thank you guys for hopping on. And if there is another specific product that you're like, I want more, I wrote a list of suggestions you guys had, but when you think of more, tell me. Okay. Oh, Alicia, unmute.
It's a little loud here, so but I was just going to